Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Trader Joe's Review Hour. Now, on today's episode, I got something real crazy. Listen, I've covered, some dinner options. I've covered dessert, but I've never covered breakfast, okay? That's why I'm very excited today. Because today we have the chocolate chip, I forget how you pronounce it. I think it's Poffertjes, chocolate chip Poffertjes mini pancake puffs. Now, I'm really thinking Trader Joe's, they do this a lot. They're very pretentious, and I appreciate it. I'm also a little bit of a pretentious individual myself. I like to think of myself as so much better than all of you watching. So I don't mind that they use these random made up words. I think it's Dutch. That's a fake language. It's not a real language. Um, so Poffertjes, I don't know what a Poffertjes is, but the real thing is that they're mini pancake puffs. Now, I'm very excited to try these. Let's see if you can get a nice view of these. I might just tilt the camera just a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh, look at those mini pancake puffs. Those are some nice, very mini pancakey. And I'm excited to try these. I don't remember how much these were, but I will say I do think they're well worth the price, even if they're, at the very least, first impressions. I haven't tried them yet, but they give you a lot in the box. It's like, I feel like you can eat like 10 of these things, a nice snack. There's like 40 in the box, so it's like, depending on how fat you are, it's like, 1 to 4 servings. Now, I'm saying fat, but Lord knows if I wasn't doing this for a review, I'd be eating all 40 of these little suckers right now. Here, let me pick one up. I'll get a nice little view for you. You can see there. It's like a mini pancake. Let me find one with a lot of chocolate in. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Mini pancake. It's like a little mini pancake. I love mini pancakes. Oh boy, ain't that just fascinating? Mini pancakes with chocolate chips. Wow. So, I will say, they do say to serve them with syrup. However, there is no syrup included in the box. Now, most people, they probably got some maple syrup sitting around. I don't know. You got maple syrup. Everyone's got maple syrup. But, it should be noted, they also say you can eat them by themselves. So, for the sake of this review, I'm going to be trying one by itself and one with syrup. I think these things look pretty cool. I'm pretty excited to try them. And so, I think I've gotten all the introductions out of the way without any more talking, any more blabbing. The chocolate chip Poffertjes mini pancake puffs from Trader Joe's. Let's try them out. Okay, that's without the syrup. Let's try them. This little guy is gonna get a nice dunk. See if I can get that nice. Oh, look at that. Dunk it in the syrup. Get that nice. Oh, look at that drip. It's a nice little drip from the syrup. Let's try it with the syrup. One more with the syrup. One more with the syrup. Just to be sure. All right. If you're going to get these things, you got to make sure you have maple syrup at home. By themselves, not going to lie, very disappointing by themselves. They're clearly missing something. And the box says, now this is no tempura shrimp with soy dipping sauce situation where they're giving you the sauce and they're giving you the sauce with the tempura shrimp with soy dipping sauce. They want you to dip it in the soy dipping sauce. But this doesn't come with anything. It's just the puffs. And by themselves, I would say maybe, honestly, I'm going to go as low as 4.5, maybe a 5. They're mediocre at best. Mediocre at best. However, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone watching, of course, any non-ladies or gentlemen individuals, welcome to the Trader Joe's Review Hour. Let me just say, if you got some maple syrup, well worth it. I don't know how to explain it, but the maple syrup elevates these little bastards. It really raises the roof with these guys, okay? It really, I'm sitting here, I'm like, I had the first one, I'm like, uh-oh, this might be a bust. Trader Joe's might have screwed me this time. Didn't even take me on a date first, am I right? But once I tried it with the syrup, I was like, well, there's the date I was looking for. You know what I'm saying? With the syrup, I would say it really, all the flavors come together, the little bit of chocolatey, the fluffiness of they're not actually that fluffy. I don't even know if I'd call them puffs. They're a little more crunchy than I was expecting, but I did microwave them, and so everyone's microwave is different. Maybe if you have a bit of a lower power microwave, they might retain a little bit of their puffiness. But the chocolatey, the kind of like breadish, I don't know how to put it, the pancake flavor and the syrup, it all comes together to form it's a nice snack. Would I eat these for breakfast? Probably not. But would I eat them as a snack? Yeah, I can safely say I'm going to be finishing off that box. I would just say make sure to have some maple syrup on hand, or else it's not going to go well. It's just going to be terrible. Terrible, I tell you. Terrible. So you got to make sure to have the maple syrup, or it's just not good. It's just not a good time. But with the maple syrup, you got to listen now, okay? You got to listen very closely, or else you're going to disappoint me. Okay, are you listening? Thank you. You got to make sure to have the maple syrup. The maple syrup is very important. It's a very important aspect. And if you don't have the maple syrup, things are going to go very, very wrong for you. Very, very quickly, okay? You better have the maple syrup. And so I would say the chocolate chip Poffertjes mini pancake puffs from Trader Joe's. If you have syrup, and again, this is contingent. I would say if you have syrup, honestly, 8 out of 10. But the fact that they're advertising that you can eat these things by themselves, I'm going to have to lower it down to, I'm going to say, like a 7. I'm going to take off 0.4 point, 7.6. Because they advertise that you can eat them by themselves, and eating them by themselves, it's a very bad experience. It's not a good time. But if you got that syrup, pretty good. With syrup, 8 out of 10, but overall score is 7.6. Make sure to have some syrup on hand, and you're going to enjoy these. Anyways, thank you for tuning into this latest episode of the Trader Joe's Review Hour. I'm Avery, this is this guy, and I'm signing off.